Hello and welcome. Right now, I can hear a radio. I'm just looking at the thing now that we will buy for in a little while to buy and sell because we are very low on cash. But I can hear a radio, which we now know what that means. So somewhere there is a radio kicking around, and it was now we can't hear it, so it's got to be down there. Yeah. Ah. Very well, yeah, just a little bit out of eye shot, but no speakers on this one. It's different. Excellent. I love it. So that's sort of replaced what we've just bought. Right, we need to be putting down a production silo now that we bought this, which is why we're absolutely brassica. It is. So let's stick a production silo down. We could sort of be clever, couldn't we, really, and stick the production silo on this particular side right next to where that is. So if we just jump into this and go right nose forward as far as possible, we could put the silo right behind it where it's designed, where its grate is, and we really should be able to, like, yeah, not worry about it. We don't really need a very large one either. The smallest corner silo will really do, which I think it's that one. That's production corner. It's a little bit smaller. So if we stick that and we'll do it at a slight angle, don't care about that is flat. I'm guessing that's about right. I think you gotta move the things for the trigger as well. I don't think, like. Oh, that's a point actually. Have you got? Oh, we've not done the copy yet, have we? So I need to, pop out and get this because I will know what the copper is. It's just that I've not put it in yet. I knew there was something I meant to do. Yeah, it's one of those things. I've been doing a little bit of modding. So we need to get that from that corner and then go directly underneath like so. But also go a bit wider. So we're not going to see any action from this at the minute because it doesn't know what copper is at all. Do we do that now? Well, it's fairly important, so I think we will. Yeah, let's just soften that a little. And that should be good. Right, so I'm going to be right back. See you shortly. Yay, we are in business. It is going smashing. Excellent. So that should now be one less thing to worry about if I was in the right place. Yeah, well, I was in the right place. I just hadn't got it switched on anymore. So not bad at all. I like it when a plan comes together like that. Ooh. We need to tell that to go, so we're going to call that the corner production silo. So let's do that first. I do like to rename them now. Top screens. Oh, I've not got me remote. It's tough. So let's get them. Okay. Yeah, there's a problem with animals at the minute. I'm not sure. It might be a mod clash. It might be, let's call this the copper silo. Brilliant. Okay, that's all gone as well. Wow, just in time. Yeah, so now we need to tell that to, let's have a look at the icon. It should pull us from the map. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this would work, but it hasn't sort of. So it's done what it did last time. It's there, but it's not. Yeah, we had this with the other one, didn't we, as well? This worked. No, it was not that one, actually. It was the mining silo, which... Yeah, so that's weird. The production silos are actually working. But the Yeah, that's it. Really is strange because you should see the. Yeah, you should actually see it. See, now that says copper ore now. Isn't that weird? I haven't done that one. I haven't done that one. This is the corner product. This is the one again that I had struggled. I've just done all three of these. So yeah, they've got. But that's what I'm saying. But this one, the mining silo. If it's, it has. What? How can the one that we've done show the copper that mine doesn't show? What I mean is, I've done all of these, the mining silo, and they're both. So why is this one? Oh no, it is. Oh, okay. Oh, that wasn't there. Oh, maybe I didn't see it. It is me. What can I say? It's there. Mr. Smith and his perception, which he admits openly to everybody he meets, that is his probably worst attribute ever. It's true. I was at the back of the queue when that one was handed out. Definitely. Definitely. I recognise this in myself. Having had my wife many times point out that something's in front of my eyes in the cupboard when I'm saying, oh, it's not there. And she's like, it is. Oh, well, I can't see it. And she said, well, what's that then? And I'm like, oh, okay, I see it then, I do. Right, so this one, we need to work a little harder for this one, because, oh no, we did really do the stone though, didn't we? So let's do both while we're here. Not a lot in this one, I don't think. But we can do it just with this. It's not going to take us very long. And then what? It's September. Has that got the reach for that? Oh, it has as well. Excellent. So we can at least get one legitimately like that. We just need to do... Again, it's not major... I don't know why in a way. We don't need the tractor, do we? It's a bit of a waste up here for a good tractor like that. But yeah, what can I say? We've got plenty of tractors down the other side. You never know when you might need him on guard. Yeah, if we just let that go. Because otherwise I might be here all day, because there's a little bit dropping all the time, isn't there? So you need to like not have it on constantly. Excellent. Yeah, we could get stuck though. That's the thing with not having a tractor up this end. We might get stuck. And then we would have issues. Alright, let's drop that in and then grab the other bit. And we're in business. I'm not sure we're going to quite reach it before we hit the stone. Oh no, we did. How much we actually got in the Lizard Mining Company? Yeah, we got quite a bit left, haven't we, really? So we're sort of keeping it topped up, which is not bad. Excellent. Now let's stop it. Oh, yeah, so nearly 50 odd tons. Not bad, really, when all things considered. Excellent. Job is a good one. That should pop across in the hour. This, we will go and visit said mining company to see what is... What? Yeah, I'm sort of rusting now to see what Zero Oito's got for us in that place that we went and obviously isn't quite where... Ooh, okay. I didn't realise I'd flipped that over there. Ooh, there's definitely a lot of stuff to grab, isn't there? Including the one that we've just seen. So this should seriously earn us quite a bit of cash. Now we're not going to be able to grab all of these because due to weight, we have got the weight now, but we still can't grab them all anyway because you can't stick them up. Now, this is true. Now I've done something special. The one thing I haven't done though, which I'm just into amazing. This is what I say about when you do things like this. You sort of think, oh, I could have done that a bit better. It's true, you do. So we want sale points. We are allowed organic. So we will stick an organic one down. Organic. What I haven't done is, you will see that I haven't done it very wide, which for this kind of thing actually does need to be much wider than it has been before. So we'll stick that there. They're going to disappear all of the time, like that immediately. And we're going to earn some cash straight away. And any that appear are also going to automatically earn us some dosh. Not bad, eh? And if I make that bigger, then really I am automatically selling. Even though I'm not, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean is, by design, it will sell. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the pink on the left-hand side. It's like got double pinks for some reason. I don't know what that is about. So this is working out far better than I thought it would, this, the grabber. Much, much better. And obviously the sell point is going to work out much better if I make it wider. Yeah, I could basically stick it on the sell point. Isn't that amazing? When I first designed this, I never thought of that. But, oh, well, if you put it like parallel, you can actually sell immediately as soon as things spawn. So you could get things spawn and it's going to unload itself. Now that, I like the idea of that. I do. It's amazing, isn't it? You know, like, you don't always see everything about something, and then like the penny drops finally and you get that eureka moment. You think, oh, why did I not think of that before? I have no idea why I didn't think of that before. But actually, it sort of does lend itself naturally to that. We've just got that one. Wow, we're not doing badly, are we? The 080 is really, bearing in mind obviously we're on hard economy as well. Yeah, that's the other thing I always keep having to stress, because it's so easy to forget that you're on hard economy. Still, I've not been into the mod hub since I did go cut, yeah, and this is another reason why this model's not bad as well. The only thing that's got a collision is at the back. So the model itself really is more for show, but I don't want it to do that, but at the minute it suits my purpose, because this is not the final design, but it obviously it works. Excellent. So now if I go out and I change the catchment area of that and the chevrons to, yeah, it has definitely got 2 chevrons, but why only on the left? I mean, I've only done it once, that's what I mean. I'm going to have to examine this. That is a little bit odd. Right, anyway, apart from that, it works. That's the main thing. Getting it perfect, that's another thing. So we're still selling our cement all the time. Not there, though, but this one here is where we're selling. So, yeah, we're selling those 2 constantly. They've got 292,000 stones in, which are going to be augmented on the hour at 9 o'clock, where we send that other 30-odd thousand litres across. So not bad at all. Yeah, I'm chuffed with that. So the other thing is, now we're going to be selling at a better price automatically without any magic, except for just a sell point, which I think that's going to do exactly what I wanted it to do all along, which is, it's better than I envisaged to begin with. It is, because so this is basically a production sell point that you can put in, and that I think is quite revolutionary, really, personally. But I need to fix that weird pinky thing there. That's a bit bad. Right, now let's get over ourselves. let's burst a bubble before our head gets too big. Yes, this is true. I don't like that myself. Right, we will bring this, so it's September. Now, when is our... No, have we... We've got to have done our harvest already. Or please tell me we have, and we haven't like gone nuts. I can't remember. Isn't that weird? I literally, I must have done this on one of my sleepy sort of things, because I can't remember doing it. That's because we didn't. Well, at least that makes me feel better, because I'm like thinking, well, I can't remember doing it. Well, that's because you didn't. Right, so I believe it's. I don't think the swath has got its header, has it? Yeah, no, we need to grab that, which we'll let someone else bring it to us, I think. Yeah, let's do this properly. So where is our... That could be... I think we need you anyway. Let's just go... Oh, the other thing, weren't we doing a bit of wood? I think we'd done it all, hadn't we? I think we'd done all of the wood and we were down to... Well, let's unpack this, because... I don't think this is important. No, let's not. Let's like ignore this. Yeah, it's not now. It's not. We're not when we've got a harvest to do. We need to. We ought to check our production silo, the greenhouse as well. Make sure there's plenty of water and manure still. It's easy to run out of steam. No, we're all right for fuel. Right. So then. Let's send him down. We really... I think it's going to be down by the bridge. I was thinking... Yeah, I was saying this. When you first wake up, it's amazing how your words are a bit more... I mean, I don't mean you've got no vocabulary, but it's like... It like disappears and disintegrates somewhat. And you have to like hunt for certain words that normally you'd know straight away. It's like you're on emergency vocabulary. And obviously, it is true. I know this myself. As I said, I know. I always use this analogy, but it's true. When my lad was going out in the middle of the night, I used to sort of like pick him up from Skegness. And I noticed myself how poor your... it is here. I thought it was. How poor your trying to think of the right word. No, we don't need to take both. It's definitely not a... Now I'm thinking, you see this flatbed is perfectly working. We might need that. We could send this over to the farm, because with this we do need... Yeah, this flatbed we could use for my ramps. I'm just going to have to tweak the ramps a little bit and remake some ramps for this one. And then, hopefully, because this one's got no problems with jitters. I'm hoping if I get this right, that we should have a working ramps. I've got the ramps working on my other model, but it doesn't work properly. It like jitters. Something wrong with it. I don't know whether it's the model or whatever, but it just doesn't like it. It does not like it at all. And I've like persevered because it was the one I wanted to make work, but it just didn't. It's never working. So yeah, if we go like about there, and then we'll grab you and the flatbed, because we need to go grab the swathing header, which the windrower header, because it's sitting at the side of the store. And we're also going to grab our tractor that has not had any action yet. Right, this is likely to be one of the last episodes that I'm doing on the short run. Now I'd like to continue with this, but I obviously wish to hear from yourselves about this. If you're enjoying this as much as I am, then I will gladly carry on and do a few more episodes. I do like that. I've got to get rid of that Gemini there before Giants see it. If it ever goes into the mod hub, they won't be very happy with that. No, it's true. They won't. They will throw it out. I've seen JM Gaming's warning from Giants to say, oh, okay. We could grab some fuel from here. We'll check Josie as well, see why she's... What's... Right, okay. Let's see. Well, Josie, you are disappointing, which is you very rarely do in real life, but this time... She would admit that her driving is not the best, as in, like, she's a bit... I think a little bit afraid of driving. Not... Afraid's not the right word. She's not fantastic with things. She's very good with people. That is her job. But as us all, she's got areas that are not. She's not fantastic at. She's our well-being lady. She's a credit to humankind. No, she's a real. Yeah, she's a cracker as a person. Definitely. Now, where am I hiding? Oh no, we're in town now, aren't we? Yeah, I'm thinking where I was, where I started, but we're not there anymore. We've moved on since then. It's just in my head it hasn't. Right, yeah, so it's true. I think I ought to design the ramps on the back of this one. The same as the... Oh, wow. Oh, I never noticed how bad those ruts were. Us English, us British people would appreciate the irony of this. The reality in Britain is that they're everywhere at the minute. Never seen such a bad winter that's caused so many ruts in the road. I love it. Yeah, I'd not noticed that these actual proper physical ruts. But yeah, really do send you down them as well. Amazing. Now, one can have too much of real life though. That's a reminder I'm not sure I want. No, this is true actually. I think we might get both of these on. And we might allow the shop telehandler to load them on whilst we sit by and what? Oh, we've not sold that, have we? Excellent. Yeah, no, that was it all. Yeah, we didn't have anything else. Alright, so then let's clear the store apart from our oh, have we repaired these? Maybe not. Let's have a look. Might be able to do these in one. No, we've definitely not repaired that. Okay. We'll do this at an angle, I reckon. Wow. Strapping the whole length. I love the fact that, like myself, they've actually got their straps visible. The next thing I want to do is my straps to pink. I want my straps to be pink. I just think they're so visible. So I'm doing it for all of those like hazardy type things and stuff like that. So let's get this both repaired. I'm not sure. It should see the Pilatus Mark II. It should. Just customize this. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, we don't want anything. That's the right move. The right thing to say. Excellent. Ooh. Yeah, we're banking a bit tight. Let's just let go of that. Now these take up far more room than you actually think they do. But I think we should be able to manage both if we're a bit. Okay, you know, hopefully we can push that. I'm not sure. It's a bit of a funny one. That is not much of it there. If that makes any sense. Most of it's a ghost in the machine that's not got any collisions, so that you can sort of go through the Beta Beulah header quite a lot. Let's see, can we nudge that? Yeah, see what I mean? There's not much of it that's... Yeah, we're literally going right through that. Okay, well, there's not much we can do about that. Excellent, that's all strapped. And still doing its weird jiggle. Let's get following. Take this back, and let's get on with some actual harvesting. So up to 434,000, not bad for saying we just blew over a mill. Yeah, so for a while, this is as far as I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it right to the harvest. We're going to do the harvest, and then we are going to leave it at that point until you decide whether or not this is one we're going to continue with. Yeah, because it's a bit... I was looking at Countryside Fields. No, sorry, this is Countryside Fields. I was looking at the North German country. Now, it's a map I really liked. But it appears that my love of that map is not shared by yourselves. Yeah, as in, like, you know, I looked and it's very, very poorly viewed. Yeah, some of them have got 1, some have got 3. So it's not a popular map. It's one of those that, and yeah, I loved it and I did quite a few episodes, but really there's very little interest in it. So you do get like that sometimes. Some of the maps, again, perhaps too much buying and selling, but there's going to be a few like that, unfortunately, that I've already done and I can't undo. And apart from that, but again, I am taking it under advisement. I do realise that you don't like it. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not creating the content for just me to look at. I want it, you know, for others to view it. So I'm listening. I am. Yeah, definitely. No point in creating content if no one's going to watch said content and no one's going to enjoy said content. It's sort of a waste of everybody's time, really. But you don't always know. That's what I say. I'm not doing any more, but you've got to, like, take it to a place that you... Oh, of course, there's this one as well, isn't there? Yeah. I'm glad I reminded myself by rolling past it. Right, I do feel a time-lapse coming up because I think we've really got no other choice. So, ooh, careful. Yeah, isn't that typical? I knew that. A second I was going to hit it, I thought, you bet your bottom dollar that actually that's solid right where you're going to hit it. Whereas we've just seen how unsolid it is. Now, we might get our other tractor bash into it the same. Oh, no, he's more sensible, she. They're better drivers. Well, it is sticking out a bit now. For some reason, it did all of a sudden just jump out to try to grab the pole, which is not very, really not very nice at all that it could try and trip me up like that. But hey ho, it happens. Right, time lapse. Yeah. So all that remains to be said is no, we're not saying goodbye. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Now, I'm not being nasty, but like that seems a little bit short for a field of this size. 5,163 litres for wheat. That's... I thought to begin... I thought, was it offloaded like a load into here? But it hasn't. That's terrible. We got more off the smaller fields, so something's not right. We're fully fertilised, no weeds. 5,163 litres. That's like, I'm glad we're doing other things. That's terrible. Well, I'm not, yeah, I mean, that's sort of like super duper bad. I mean, that's 3 fields in one. We only had a couple of fields and we did better than that last year with like weeds and all manner of things. That's terrible. Apologies. It's flummoxed me a little, as if I'm honest. Yeah, didn't expect that. Yeah, that's the one. 9.2 meters. Set this going on the 1st. It is amazing how quickly... That's really weird that what has gone wrong. That's just unbelievable. I just can't... I mean, that's worse than not swathing. That's like swathing's gone wrong. Oh, do you know, I'm sick and tired of grabbing the middle of fields. Right, okay, let's crack on. Right, I'm going to go back into a time lapse. I just had to share that. It's just awful. I don't know what's really what's cracking off. It's just not unbelievably poor, that is. I just don't get it. Maybe swathing and this map don't get on very well. Why am I slowing down? I'm really flummoxed about that. That's terrible. Right, anyway, time lapse here. Let's go back into it. I might recover myself by the time we've actually finished this field. Yeah, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. This has done what... Yeah, I had this on North German country as well. Yeah, the only way we can actually fix this now is down to actually grabbing the swathing header. Oh, yeah, it is. I've had I'd say exactly the same problem on North German country. You need to grab the swathing header. It's the only thing from the Colossus pack that will do this. So it looks like... Yeah, it looks like this has gone wrong, which is why our... You know, I've got to be honest, it sort of is getting a little bit much. The errors, the mod errors and the clashes between other mods and things not working right. And it's sort of like, it's getting almost like now that almost every single session, something's not right. Or every single map, animals don't work, or you can't transport them, or you can't release them from your transport, was what I had last night. It's almost every single time. Oh, seriously, you can't work that one out. Let's just move this on to the next field. Yeah, this is really awful. It is. I think that's everything, isn't it? Maybe a little tiny bit in the middle. It is. It's sort of... When I consider, you know, like FS22 and FS99 at 99, FS99, FS19. It's yeah. I mean, we've got slowdowns going on as well. It's sort of like really terrible. It's almost unplayable at times, and it's almost causes stress because you're like, well, what's going to go wrong next? It's sort of becoming, for me personally, like that's what I'm expecting, for something not to work one session, for me to have to like figure something out. Now I know this is a new map, but I don't think it's got anything at all to do with it being a new map, because I'm having exactly the same issues on other maps too. Yeah, it is. So it's game. Again, it could be mod clashes. It's always has been that way. So right, let's have a look. Which is this? 21. Which we haven't actually done at all. Yeah, it is. I don't know what to say really. It is getting a bit beyond a joke. Right, first is, yeah, right, I'm going to go back into the time lapse before words fail me. Totally. Oh, no, we did know, yeah. We did know that this driver's an absolute wally. So it looks like this is going to be where you don't pick anything up. And the only way out of this is by grabbing the Colossus Swathing Header. As I said, yeah, I had this on another map. Oh, as I said, I'm repeating myself now. Apologies, I'm just flummoxed really by what we can actually see. So it looks to me, so it does look like the first field went wrong as well, but it carried on, but we've lost capacity because there's no way that should have been 5,000 litres. That's rubbish. Right. We're going to give ourselves the leasing for this as well, because it shouldn't be like this. No, it really shouldn't. Yeah, we should be doing with like what we've got. So let's just lease the header. Thank goodness for the Colossus pack, is all I'm going to say. It's the only thing that can get you out of this situation. Right, okay, so this is under normal headers. Yeah, I'm glad I found this out as well, because I would have been totally flummoxed with this if I hadn't found this out by... almost, yeah, by mistake. So let's lease that for 2,550. As well as 65, I don't care about that. 2,550. Now, I'm not sure whether this can even cope with this header. But it's only this can do, so whatever costs are involved with us doing this, it shouldn't be happening. So we're just gonna like, yeah, I'm gonna do it myself as well. Let's just see if we can actually do it. I feel like we are unfolded. Oh no, it means the header. Right, yes, this is going to be a struggle, but at least we can do it. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right then, I've actually done something. Yeah, this is sort of, again, I do love modding when it works out like this. It really is quite special. Yeah, well, you have an idea, and then like something happens, and you think, oh, I could do that a little bit better. If I did it like that, then that would actually work really well. Now, this is a bit of a unique one. Now, most productions are an area, like, say, this line here, or these two lines here. So what I'm about to sort of do now would work much better with those. Now, these sell for great amounts all of the time. The only thing I'm going to say, this is all almost like as close to auto sale point as you get, really. And of course, you could tweak this so you could have quite a monstrous one with a really large one. Now, I had this idea. This sort of means that my loading and unloading is no longer necessary. But you do need to, if you're going to sell it at one point a time of the year, then you need to like tell your thing to only spawn at the right time. So me fantastic loading thing, I don't really need that anymore. Not because of what I've designed. Yeah, this is quite amazing. I'm really quite chuffed with this. Again, I've got to fail on my large cow pasture again, so it may be that these never make it to the mod hub, really. Yeah, so not that one. We want that one. Why is it only showing part of the chevrons? So your chevrons have got to be like not quite level for the right hand side not to be showing. That's annoying. Right, well, we can't have this. No, because you can't see where the other side is. So that is there no, you wouldn't see it unless it was it. Just place it for 1 second. We don't have to care about that. Yeah, this. What I'm saying is, if we put this like that, oh, you can see it. Now you see the front line's just gone. Yeah, and it has got those double things as well that I was talking about. Yeah, no, it has. So you can see, why has it got two? And why is one set in the air? Flying chevrons. That's that's not that by design. Yeah, you can see the spawning and selling straight away. We're making money straight away with this. Now, when I've figured out why I've got floating chevrons, then this second set will go away. But what I mean is, as long as that spawns in that first area, it's going to work, which that's not a bit special, really. So I still do need my other thing. Floaty, yeah, that is really weird. Very, very strange. So why we've got two sets? So that's got to be something to do with the warning chevrons. They're only really as a visibility guide. They don't really achieve anything, but they're a bit special the way that Giants do them. So obviously I've like hijacked them for my own graphics, but the rules for Giants for the chevron. So there is still a need for there. Of course, there is still a need for this, really. But yeah, this. Now the good thing is though that whereas we were struggling before to grab an entire line, why have we not got? I thought we'd got. Oh, we've gone back in time. We did have a wait. We did have a wait, and then like the wait disappeared. Yeah, no, it was this exact mod that gave me the idea for the pink chevrons. Now mine are a little bit more pretty. Mine are a little bit more pinky pink. But yeah, it was this exact thing that gave me the idea. And Oxygen David's original animals that I really, yeah, I sort of thought, yeah, that pink's really visible. Really visible. There's nothing more visible than pink, really. Shocking pink is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a bit shocking. Right, so we want the 2,000 kilogram one. Do we want 2 or 2005? I think 2,000 will be okay. And then we will do that. Grab this. Let's just drop that for a second because it is in the right place. Ish. And we want the other side. I believe So yeah, when obviously again, this sort of emphasizes, like, even those mistakes with the chevrons, emphasizes like mods do go through a process of like where, you know, like you've got the initial stages. Now it sort of works, but it's definitely not ready for mod hub. I mean, it works, and nearly all of my mods are like that. But again, you know, Giants want I-10 stuff and things like that, where it's got to meet a certain criteria, it's got to do this and all of that type of stuff. So can we push these into... No, I don't care. No, it's just going to take a bit longer. Yeah, I'm not in a rush. Now that we've got this kind of thing, it sort of is quite... You could put a second sell point, but I'm not bothered about it. Sort of takes away the need for this, really. And this was... Obviously, it's not going to look like this. Again, that's what I'm trying to say. It's a prototype. It's a proof of concept. Can I do blah, blah, blah? Yes, I can. The model, the silver model around the edge is just sort of in a way to make it almost look like it's, you know, like real, but... so we missed that one. Excellent. One left. So we're going to make some cash. Now, obviously, in winter, when we come to settle, to be honest, at the present... Has that just gone in? I think it did, yeah. No, I think you did it. Excellent. And then we'll pull back. And just leave it like that. People can still walk by. Excellent. Proof of concept on a normal thing. Yeah, so is it... Why have I got two sets of this then? Am I telling it to show twice somehow that I'm unaware of? Well, it could be the system that is. Yeah, it's a bit odd. Or it might be that I've got it at a slight angle and it repeats. I have tried to tweak it. It was unlevel. I have tried to tweak it, but that still looks like it's got a second one. Does it look unlevel? It does a bit, actually. It does look a little bit unlevel. Right, anyway, enough of this. So we're up to 880,978. That is going to continue to sell. The first line, that is, anyway. Yeah, it will only be... the first line that ever sells for that, but that's going to be very useful on standard things like this, because instead of wasting cash now and saying, yeah, you've got to remember this, these sell points have got our bonus, though this is like us taking our thing for the bonus, which is legit. We're not doing any cheating here. We did say this was the rules, but obviously it's because this produces so much. So we don't want selling now at all. We want spawn. And spawn. Like so. And then we need to do what we've just done before. Now again, really, now this is one time when you do want your... Okay. My bad. We want these zone markers visible because this one is one of the few ones that I've got that I don't show them. Yeah, this was because this was originally a Giants model. I did everything that Giants did. So the fact that these are hidden is the fact that that model is hidden. Whereas most of my models were taken from a silo where they were visible. So you see, I've never known how to do this. I've just done it by a mistake, you could say. Now, why are we in this menu? That's not going to help us. No, it's not. Right, let's do this. All right, so we want interactive markers on for a second. Yeah, and what we need to do, you see, I would never have guessed that. How big that was or where that was. So now we want the sell point again. And we want to sort of, I mean, it might be, it's going to be longer because that's in the middle. So we want to sort of try to mirror that. Yeah, we know that. We don't care. And we can see that if I was a little bit better, yeah, it needs to be a little bit more. Let's quickly sell that. Yeah, it's not quite right. Yeah, we do want to sell it because we've done it wrong. Or I've done it wrong. Not we, the royal we. Just me did it wrong. So we sort of need to guess, really, like... Yeah, we've got to be careful because I might need to space my... And then this is what I'm saying about things that are not quite right, because you're guessing. And obviously these are a bit longer. You know, and again, I could switch them where they're not on, but then I think this kind of model you need to see where they are. Now, for placement mainly, but then again, I'd listen to you guys and girls. Obviously, these floaty ones, I've got to sort that out. We know that. But apart from that, would you prefer to see the chevrons or not? Or do I do two models, one where the chevrons are there and one where they're not? That's probably not a bad idea. Now, why am I... no. I am right. I need to switch them back off. Right, so now, when they spawn, they will sell at the increased price due to the fact that they'll automatically sell, or should do. Now, obviously, this is all pretty much the very first time I've used this. So we should see if there are any issues. It could be that the sign needs to be very slightly more away. Right? I think it probably does. It's a bit too close to the edge of the thing. And as we all know, objects-wise, it's a model. It has got collisions, I think. Has it got collisions? Did I do collisions? Yes, I did. I thought I had. Yeah. So I'm not sure how the game works with something like that. So we should see, basically, what's happening. So gradually over the day, we should actually make money from both this and this automatically. Of course, this one's going to fill on the other bits because it's only this first line that is actually working. So, yeah, I've no idea. Right, so then, with that in mind, so we've got 318,000 litres. Now the stone, and they've got the mining silo, which this is working, isn't it? Because we've got the iron in this one. Copper as well. Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we? Where's my iron? Ah, it's there. Right, smashing. Let's just pop up and see how much we've got up. I mean, no, what we really ought to be looking at is to see, do we need to do that? Is the mining company running low on it? Reasonably, it is. So there is a need for us to pop up there. Let's visit. And yeah, you see, there's a massive wad of it. So let's get this sorted. I don't need you, I know, but I've got to jump in you sometimes and make it look like you need it up here. Otherwise, everyone's going to think, why did you bother putting that? Well, I agree. Why did I bother? Right, so we want iron. Never gets old jumping in this. It really is great fun. Even if a mod of mine never gets ever published, I do wonder sometimes, because obviously, say Giants have knocked it back again. I'm going to look at it later today when I'm back from going out with my family. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm almost at the end of my tether, but we'll see. I'm going to work through the things I'd like to. It would sort of teach me what I need to do to get published by Giants if I do get published. Again, the one thing I'm going to say, I did always say this, I did always think that Giants would be funny about, they're not wanting internal storage anymore. Now, I've done that for myself, and it is something that I think the game needs because Giants keep breaking it constantly, and obviously this always just works. It's as simple as that. It might be an old system, but it just does the job. So the new system doesn't, and that's my point. It really is as simple as that the new system doesn't do the job properly. It keeps on breaking, and this just does it always. There's no shenanigans with it. It just does work. So we want... No, we can't. I really don't understand why it's not picking up these stones here as well. You know, when we're right next to that. It's sort of what I said before, that some of these stones may look like they've turned, but they're not. So I think Zero Auto's... Yeah, there's some here on the edge as well that it's just not picking up. Well, it should do. It's a ground pickup. It's on the ground. It's not working. Whereas that is obviously working spot on. Right, so did we tell the stones to add? Well, you see, the thing is that you've got to remember is I've gone back in time so that we can do the harvest again. But obviously this was the point before the episode where we did that. All right, so let's look. Because what I mean is things that I know that I've done, I've not necessarily done now. Yeah, because obviously I've gone back in time. Iron distributing. Stone distributing. You did it. Excellent. All right, we can leave that, can't we, doing that, really? Because that's within range. I say ideally, the true auto-loading would be that you could put a belt system and they could feed this, but I think they switch off after a certain amount of time anyway, so it's still only partially automatic due to the system that Giants have actually done. So that's more iron that will go across on the Alb to the Lizard Mining Company, and that should go up to double that and then some, which is amazing. We're nearly at the point again where we can buy that million thing, and we've sort of automated it. So yeah, this is quite good. Once we've got that mill, we can actually buy this and start to do the same over here and stick a silo over there, yeah, like we did last time, just right behind where that is, and then it'll just again automatically switch it on and it'll push it in and push it across, which is a beautiful use of productions. That is automation without it being automation, or automation by cleverness of the human mind, where like you think things through and think, oh, if I do that, then that'll do that, and although it's not automation, well, it really is. Yeah, sort of. So I do like this. It's a really quite a unique look to it. It really is. I've got to be honest, I am sort of blown away by this map. Oh, that's it, radio. I'd figured it out, and I'm just hear it in the background, and I think, oh, excellent. Well, that helps us. Thanks, oito. That's closer to. That's true. Did I pick any other radios up that I've not? Probably, yeah. I know where there's a couple. The other thing is the bridge is going to be further back now. No, we want to visit the bridge, not. Yeah. This is going to be further back now, isn't it? Because we obviously chucked a load of wood in this, and it was nearly. Oh no, it's not much further back. Yeah, it's about where it was. I mean, we've missed a step, obviously. 3 of 6, so 4,080 wood beams and 1,980 planks long. We do need to do that soon now. So where were we? Yeah, this lot here is very green. So again, 5 of 7. So there's another couple of months. I think it was September when it was ready. So really, all we've got to do is sort of speed up because we haven't got any animals. So it's just a matter of watching the money rise up, because it will do. And it's going to be better money than we've seen before, because obviously it's the stone used to go through. Let's have a look. Let's see if there's anything in the sales we need, because, yeah. Now, again, I'm sort of trying to knock this on the head because everyone doesn't really like it, the buying and selling. So I'm sort of tempted to switch it off on everything but Chamburgo, because Chamburgo, it was an extreme and it was no holes barred. So that one I'm going to class as, but everything else we're going to leave alone now, the buying and selling, because it's just people aren't liking it. And at the end of the day, I'm creating content that I want people to view, not like, it's not. I don't care. I was just showing the fact that a feature of the game works really well, but I'm trying to create content, so I want to create content that people want to watch. So yeah, it's really a bit more than that with myself. All right, so let's just go through to about 8 o'clock at night. Check again. There could be something we want in the sales. Yeah, money is going up nicely. No, we're good. Is that the bigger one? No, it's not. It's this small one. Right, and oh yeah, sell products again. That's what I say. You're going to get that, which is really, I love it. It's automatic selling, but with a bonus. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing of dreams that I never dreamt that I could do. And if I hadn't have done the first step it wouldn't have occurred to me to like do the net. I was thinking, couldn't you put that? You know, you're pushing them into the thing. Well, couldn't you just pop that on that area and then it spawns and sells? Well, the answer to this question is yes, indeed, it can, which is quite amazing. Right. So a little bit more, and we will have actually, yeah, I think we'll, by the end of the night, we'll actually will have done this. I think we're going to, let's go through to 12 o'clock. Wow, yeah, you're not kidding. So wow, saw the wheat grow a little as well. Sold products. Oh, I like. And then of course we've still got. Let's go through to 4. Oh no, let's check the sales. Let's not get too excited. You never know. We could get something special. Methane. Nope. No, we're all good. And 4 o'clock ish. Maybe even 5, and the money will settle down, I think, to the sold products in a minute, because it has to like catch its breath and do everything. Yeah, that's it. Excellent. Making the game work. Is this the Giants one? Yeah, because there's the new special one that I really would love to buy. Yeah, this is the Giants one, I think. Yeah. This was the only thing that I ever had against this. I'd have had this tractor so often if you could have stuck the front 3-point link on. Obviously, this is the Giants one, so you. But yeah, I love the fact that someone's actually done that. It's rather amazing. It is. Right, so let's go through till about 8 o'clock, and I reckon we might have done it. Ish. Maybe 9 then. Of course, it was skinters to buy that, but then we're going to start to earn more money, because we're going to be out of copper soon in the mining thing. In fact, yeah, we've got a little bit left, but there you see the others come across, so that's all good. And yeah, we're going to be selling stone at the proper bonus amount now, which is brilliant. So we're actually earning slightly more money than we used to at this stage, but due to the fact that we've done that, which is amazing. Let's switch my light off. Check the sales. I think we might have done it actually, yeah. Yeah, I did. Well, no, I didn't. No, we haven't. Right, so let's go through. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Yeah, there's only the bridge, and I'm going to do that, but I'm not worried about it. Let's just get through to harvest. I think this session's like going to be a fill back to where we were before. So let's go through to about 12. And the loader. And yes, we're not selling anymore, so we've nearly reached the bit that we need to reach to get this done. So let's go through till about 5 o'clock at night, maybe 6. Let's do one more little tick-tock over 6. That's it. Excellent. Now then, I think we've done it. I think it was 1,050 or something like that for that thing. We need to put a production silo down as well, though. So let's. How much are you? Remind me. Yeah, it was 1,050. Yep. Excellent. So let's go up there with our 86,000, and let's put a production silo right next to that. Yeah, let's stick that right where the arm of that is. Be perfect. Then that can. So we want. Is it the production silo that? Yeah, the. No, selling points. That's it. Factories. So we need to see. I think it was the normal production, not the one I favour the corners. I do like them best because they're more compact, and I've always been a bit of a terror for like small, compact type good things. It's just my mind seems to always, it's just an idiosyncrasy of my mind, the way that I've always been. So that's a huge. I don't know if I did them. I think I did them all, but I can't remember if I did one, because each one of these models is a separate XML. So enhanced spinnery. I think it was 12, wasn't it? Should we go for a large? Let's have a look. Has this got the copper in it? I think I did. No, I don't think I did the copper in this one. I did. I did. I can see it. Yeah, okay. We don't care that it overlaps. We are not bothered. We're just trying to gauge this so that when we get... So that's through that. So we need to just clear the end of the model. Then we're going to need to like a little bit of leveling because that's not quite right. I can see that. Oh, in fact, it's quite wrong. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, actually, that doesn't look too terrible from up here. I'm sure it looks awful from down there, but that should work. Excellent. It's definitely working. Right, smashing. So now we need to tell the... I know this is going to be the copper one. So we're going to call this... Super cement, large corner production. Yeah, this is the one, is it not? It is indeed this one. So now we need to change that name. To copper silo. Excellent. Right, fantastic. So that's all done. Copper silo is now needs to be told to distribute though, Mr. Smith. You've not done your job yet. Let's not get excited and forget ourselves. Let's send the copper across to... You know, I was overcomplicating this, and I know why it didn't work. All I needed to do was put the name of the thing in this, and it gets the icon automatically. You just have to name it the same as the modder. I was trying to add it to a special fill types file. Distributing is what you want. Yes, and that's why it wasn't appearing. Whereas on the other one, I didn't. I just added the name, and that's why it appeared. So now I know this going forwards. Well, if I remember, that's the only trouble with this type of thing. Yeah, so that should pour for a while, and it should automatically pop across. So we are not doing terribly badly. So we should now see, if we pop down there, is this grow. If we take it through till tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to leave it there. We're going to do the actual proper harvest in another session. And I know we did start it and finish it, but yeah, I imagine I might not have shown that episode, so ignore me. I might be making... Yeah, I might not actually do that one at all. I'll just delete the footage and we'll just start from here. But we're still repeating this loop of time where you think, oh, I'm sure you was in September. I was, and we've gone back. Yeah, sorry for the confusion. It's true. Let's go through till about 12 o'clock at night, or maybe even 2. Just check. Oh, a beautiful tractor. I know we've got enough tractors. I know that we have here. We have. That's a beautiful one, isn't it? It is nice, but we could just afford it. Our money's just ticking up nicely. I can see it. It's selling all our products, and we are ready to rock and roll. Do we buy the tractor? No, I don't. I think we're all right. Let's leave it be. Yeah, we might have lost the tractor actually with rolling back time and that as well. So I can't remember what we have. We got the beautiful class still. Let's have a look in our roster. It should be down at the store if I rolled it back. Yeah, no, it is. It's that one there. Excellent. I'm glad we've not lost that. That would have been a bit gutty. Oh yeah, the telehandler's down there, isn't it? I remember. We're going to need that. Oh no, not the North Star. Right, okay, so let's go through a little bit. We're not starting at 2:30 in the morning. Let's go through till about 8, 9 in the morning. I think we'll do a one leap. Goodness, we're not worried about the selling that much. We've not... Oh, excellent. It looks beautiful. Now then, what I'm going to do It doesn't say anymore that it is held back by. Let's have a look. Pick up header we've already got. Now, we had a trouble with the swathing, which of course you won't see because I've rolled it back deliberately for this very thing. So I'm going to switch off the additional straw mod in case it's a very. I've always found with all of the mod breaking that I've ever done, not me personally, where the mods clash, always found that the mods that clash are similar mods. Like if you've got something that does straw and then you've got something else that does straw, you'd think they'd work together. Not necessarily. They might fight each other. The game's giving precedence to one and then another one comes in and tries to do something different and the game's like, oh, I'm confused. What am I supposed to be doing? The engine. So the additional straw or the additional straw, enhanced straw, something like that. That one by Joss is amazing, but it might clash with the ability of the swather because it increases the amount of straw too. So I'm just guessing. I've been on both mods. Neither now anymore say that they clash with another mod, which a while back they did. I'm sure it mentioned the fact it was the swathing mod said it clashes with the enhanced straw. Well, obviously I think Joss has actually worked in the background and it no longer does, or it doesn't mention it anymore. So I would say that that's a clear cut. But when I did this, our yield was terrible. Potential yield. I do wish I'd understand what that actually means. Potential harvest quality 1,476 litres. Huh? Really? I think it still classes this as a field. Yeah, although we've lumped these together. Really, we've split field 17, and this entire field only produced 5,000 litres of wheat, and I'm like, what? Seriously, that's no way. I mean, this is fully fertilised, and swathing is supposed to give a bonus. It was almost like it was punishing me for swathing, and seriously, loss. So we're going to do this as a bit of a test. I'm going to save the game here right now. I'm going to turn autosave off, because we don't want autosave to overwrite. This is the point in time where I need this to be. Oh, I lost my mouse again. Yeah, so we need to switch off autosave. No, we don't want this on. We want off at all, completely off. We don't want autosave. Nope, no more. So we saved it. I think the settings saving someone else. That's a pretty interesting test, actually. Yeah, I never realised that. Do you have to save the settings to save that setting? I'm not gonna try. No, we'll leave it, because if it doesn't save that, then it's going to auto. Yeah, but that's going to scupper me. So it's a good test, I know, but no, let's save it. I don't want to risk autosave breaking this from this point in time. We can now start next session, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to try with the swather on. I'm just going to switch the enhanced straw mod off and see if we get a yield, or whether it is actually the swathing that's actually gone wrong, because I had this also on North German Country where the swathing went wrong and we had to. The only thing that can save you is the Colossus swathing pack, because it does both steps in one. So I leased this on the playthrough I've already done on this. I leased that, and I was going to grab but it was painfully. We all know when you're harvesting wheat, it ticks up really quickly. Well, it was slow. It was as if this was oats. So the yield was awful. In fact, actually, it was worse than oats. I think you'd get more than 5,000 litres of oats off this field alone. Yeah, the other one was about the same. They were I'd got about 10,000 litres of wheat from the two fields, and they're not small fields. I mean, they are three. We got about that from one of these fields in that first year, and that was unfertilized and weedy as well. So I mean, these are there's no weeds. It's fully fertilized. It should blast us through the roof. Well, I mean, I'm not talking. They're not monstrous fields, but they're big enough, and they're triple fields. So there's three there. Well, 2.5 there, 2.5 there. And this was one of our biggest single fields, and then there's 24, 2, and then there's 5. What I'm saying is, at the rate we're going, we're looking to make 12,000 litres of wheat, which is a bit of a ridiculous thing. So I'm going to do a test. We're going to do this with swathing. on a field. I'm not going to do the whole lot because that would be really silly. We're going to do this field with swathing and then not save it, see what it is, and then we're going to do the same again with do we do swathing at all? Do we like? Well, it would be interesting to see how the Colossus header fares, whether the swathing is to do with swathing in that the Colossus header is as bad, or whether it is just, I can't figure it out myself. It's Saturday morning. Yeah, I'm confusing myself now with my own analogies. Yeah, apologies. So I'm going to leave it there. Probably is a short session, but we've done quite a lot. We bought that. We should see that our mining place now is actually automatically gaining. Oh, hang on a minute. So why have we not got the copper ore? I've got 140,000 litres of copper. It is not. Oh. But I could have sworn we did that. Or was I in the wrong silo? Oh, do you know? Seriously? What am I like? Right, let's go through till 10 o'clock because that's ridiculous. It's run out. You know. I hope there's no rain or anything like that. Oh wow, we are making. I like this automatically making money. Obviously there's going to be a little bit of work, so I'm going to start myself off. In fact, we'll do this now. The one thing I'd like to do is just finish moving and seeing what our final tally is, because obviously it won't do this second section. Oh, it is doing the 2 sections though. So over the weekend, I'm hoping to get this problem sorted out with the double chevrons. There's got to be something I'm doing that's not quite right. And I've sort of, if I think about it, got the means to figure this out because, let's just push those. It should push those nicely. Even if slowly. Oh, let's not worry about it. Let's just just do that. And then we'll grab some more. Why am I stuck? What is stopping me? Careful, it's doing the shaky thing. We don't want any shakies going on here. Wow, we are doing well. It is good stuff. That's what I say. Zero has made it good, but not sillily good. Excellent. I do like it when a plan comes together. That's sort of, between these two tools, we've sort of got like an automation. And again, this would never, ever, ever get passed in testing due to the fact that it's almost a pipe dream that's not quite real, but it is obviously using physics and everything to do it with a bit of refinement. You don't need to see these islets. I'm doing it because I do want to see where I'm going to. Obviously you can't do warning signs in the sky, although you can do the light system though. I was thinking of trying to hijack Giant's light system. People used to do it with silos where they did like a laser beam that came from the thing as a guide so you knew where it was. Now again, I don't like that for certain things, but for this kind of mod where you need to see where that line is, then maybe if I could hijack that system and see how it's done. I mean, when I say hijack the system, it's not, I'm not hijacking the system. I'm seeing how the system works and seeing if I can make it work here. Like the tree harvesters do those green beams of light, it would be useful to us. So yeah, it's not a bad idea if I can figure it out. But I'm going to leave it there. So we're up to 386,452. Did we check the sales? Are we going to treat ourselves to that tractor? No, we don't need it on top of the other one. I do like it. It's one of my, it's a beautiful tractor. It's, usually starts with the 280. And it is a beautiful Valtra. And this is the one that was modded. So yeah, it's the one that goes higher than the Giants one. Right, so I'm going to leave it there. I do like it. That's sort of done everything I want, only you can see obviously the double chevrons. So I need to sort that out and what that problem is, why it's being like we're seeing double chevrons, because that is odd. So I'm going to leave it there. all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.